In most countries around the world, around 1 out of every 5 ZenBooks we sell is actually a ZenBook Duo, so around 20%, and that number is going up fast. So why are that many people getting one of our dual display laptops? Well, let me show you. The second gen of our flagship ZenBook Pro Duo 15 OLED is finally here, and there has been a bump not just in the specs, it's a completely redesigned chassis. The ScreenPad Plus, the second display, now tilts up automatically when you open up the laptop for a much improved viewing angle and better cooling. And we completely revamped our software suite and added several new apps and features that let you multitask and flick around apps from screen to screen effortlessly and make the most out of this portable multitasking workstation. I said there's not just a bump in specs, but those specs sure did get quite a bump. So under the hood, we got the latest Intel Core i9, and we didn't upgrade the GPU just from a 2060 to a 3060, but all the way to a 3070. So that's some serious 3D horsepower. We also pushed the battery capacity from 71 to 92 watt-hours, which is a healthy battery life boost on top. And we didn't accidentally swap the weight and thickness numbers you see here. The 2021 refresh really is thinner and lighter as well. With all that extra horsepower, how's that even possible? Well, in a laptop, your performance is always bound by thermals, or in other words, how much heat you can get rid of. Your thermals are primarily limited by the amount of air you can move through the chassis. And tilting up that ScreenPad Plus second display opens up a huge intake for fresh air. So better cooling, but at the same time slimmer and lighter. That's definitely nice. Lifting up the ScreenPad Plus also improves the viewing angle, so it makes it more ergonomic to swipe and use a stylus on and to tap on it, and it brings both displays closer to each other, so they almost look like one single large display. Let me walk you through 2 examples of how much of an improvement that second display really is. So for example, when writing or editing articles or presentations, something that I think a lot of us do, usually need space for both of the files and photos and graphs or videos, everything that you're referencing and want to embed into that article or presentation. On a ZenBook Pro Duo 15 OLED, you can keep those references visible on the ScreenPad Plus, so you can quickly cross-check anytime without going crazy with the Alt-Tab command to change between the windows. When working and studying from home, something we all do, chat and call apps often block part of the screen. But you want to have other files open to read and watch at the same time as being on a call, and maybe have a separate chat window at the same time. With a single display, having this all shown at once means the content is squeezed together and often really hard to read. On a ZenBook Pro Duo 15 OLED, you can multitask at full speed and still view the entire video call at the same time. But that's not all. We fine-tuned our Screen Expert companion app to make the most out of the second display. The ScreenPad Plus control center is now much more snappy, intuitive, and convenient to use. The Screen Expert bar on the left has a new set of handy quick access shortcuts and can be minimized to a small button that you can drag to anywhere on the ScreenPad Plus. You can also dock the Screen Expert bar to the left, bottom, or to the right side of the ScreenPad Plus, so it doesn't overlap or interfere with other apps you want to have displayed on the ScreenPad Plus. And you can even hide the control bar and button completely for fully immersed view. We also added a light mode and a dark mode, so if you choose dark mode on your browser or on Windows, you can now match the UI of the ScreenPad Plus to your overall look. You can now flick windows from the main screen to the ScreenPad Plus and back with a simple intuitive gesture. The entire ScreenPad Plus now turns into a massive touchpad with a simple 3-finger tap. And you can create a group of apps, let's say one for a video call, another for your lunch break, and another for doing emails. And then you can position the apps on the 2 displays however you want. You can then switch between all of them with the press of a single shortcut button back and forth. Basically like a super Alt-Tab button that doesn't just switch between individual apps, but different groups of apps. With Link to My Asus, you can now make or receive phone calls via your paired phone from the comfort of your laptop on the ScreenPad Plus. And my personal favorite, based on our collaboration with power users and creators, we created a brand new app called the Control Panel app for ScreenPad Plus. Using ScreenPad Plus, you can now create your own fully customizable virtual deck of sliders, buttons, and dials for Photoshop, Lightroom Classic, Adobe Premiere, and After Effects. You can customize the deck for each of those to any layout you want. and you can assign pretty much any function to a button, dial, or slider. And we're opening up our control panel to all third-party developers so they can add support to their cool apps too. And I can't wait to see support added for open source broadcasting and streaming apps, for example. What else is new under the hood of our 2021 ZenBook Pro Duo 15? Thanks to the ScreenPad Plus tilting up, we get much better viewing and touch angles and a nice cooling boost. And yes, both displays are touch-enabled and support a stylus. The main display is the same eye-popping 440 nit 4K OLED panel with 100% DCI-P free of vibrant colors, rich deep blacks, and an impressive contrast ratio. It's also Pantone validated for color accuracy and TUV low blue light certified. By combining both ErgoLift and AAS Plus, we're able to reduce the visual gap between both displays. The hinge mechanism to lift up the ScreenPad Plus and lift up the chassis itself from the desk at the same time is actually pretty complex. This had never been done before and took a huge amount of work. Connectivity-wise, you get 2 Type-C ports with Thunderbolt 3, a full-size USB Type-A port, and a full-size HDMI 2.1 port. So you won't need to bring or borrow a dongle or adapter to connect to TVs, projectors, monitors, USB flash drives, and so on. And yes, that's HDMI 2.1. So the ZenBook Pro Duo 15 is ready for 4K 144Hz and 8K TVs and monitors. It also comes with a 3.5mm audio jack and high-speed Wi-Fi 6 for ultra-fast internet connections. The ZenBook Pro Duo 15 has some pretty cool accessories as well. Some comes bundled and some is optional. It has its own palm rest and foldable laptop stand, which you can attach to the bottom of the chassis and then fold it up for even better viewing and typing angles. It also has our Asus pen with MPP 2.0, which works for both the main display and the ScreenPad. And there's a convenient backpack and sleeve in matching design. So, to sum it all up, the 2021 ZenBook Pro Duo 15 comes with a much improved ScreenPad Plus. You can now make even more use of the extra screen space, use it for even more tasks, and get more done in less time. It tilts up for a better angle, it's brighter, it comes with a long list of software and usability upgrades, uses the latest and greatest CPUs and GPUs. Thank you for watching, and if this video has left any of your questions unanswered and you want to know more, leave a comment.
If you like the video, please click on the like button, write a comment, and subscribe to my channel.